Okay, well, we got audio, but we don't have video, so what's going on there? Ah, there it is. Just took a minute to pop in. Alrighty, let's get into the game, guys. Welcome to the channel, everybody. I am Aesop Grim, and I have jumped back into WoW after 14 years gone, and I'm actually having fun. I'm a little stunned about that. Give me just a second. I need to close some of these web pages out after making sure that I am transmitting on them. So I'll give you the play-by-play here. I'm checking YouTube right now. And yeah, we're good to go on YouTube. Okay, Twitch is next. Yeah, everything looks good on Twitch. Kick is good, and I've got the chat up on screen for Kick as well, which I need to resize to almost there. Okay. And then finally Rumble. And I like to keep the Rumble video up because that's the video that I monitor to see how things are going. And actually with this stream, I don't tend to monitor it because I keep the chat up instead for restream. So let's move over to that. Okay, now we're ready to rock and roll. So I just noticed over here in chat, somebody is having a problem with their weak auras. So be prepared for maybe some issues. I don't know. I only saw one person mention it, but we'll see how things go. Okay, I made some macros. I got them from a guy on YouTube named Sarth, S-A-R-T-H-E. And I want to show you what I'm using. But first, before I might have a change to make to macros. It depends on if I have a point to spend. I do not. Aspect mastery. Oh, we just simply... Wait, this is telling me I have aspect of the Dragonhawk. Let me see if that's true. Am I reading that correctly? Aspect of the Viper. No. Alright, what's coming up? Aspect of the Hawk. Hawk. I might have to look into this. Let's not spend all our time going over this stuff. I'll have to take a look at it on my own in the future. I assumed aspect of the Dragonhawk was an ability that we would train, but it looks to me like it's actually in the talent pool right here under aspect mastery. We improve aspect of the Viper, we improve aspect of the Monkey, we improve aspect of the Hawk, and then aspect of the Dragonhawk combines the bonuses from aspect of the Monkey and Hawk. Maybe under this, this is also an improved aspect of the Dragonhawk. Okay, I'm really trying to get to gameplay. I'm sorry. Just kind of had somebody get upset with how long it took to get into things, so even though I feel like there's good explanation for that, I always feel sort of a little bit of... I don't want to call it pressure. I don't think that's fair to say that there's pressure, but an impetus maybe to try and be quicker. But Hunter's Mark here. This is a macro now. So let's see, we can just open the macros. So I have what's called an aspect dance. With this macro right here, it's a cast sequence, and that means with the first time I press it, it'll cast aspect of the hawk. And now it's ready. It's in a state of casting aspect of the viper until I click it again. So the first time I click it, it's aspect of the hawk. The second time I click it, it's aspect of the viper, and now it's in a ready state for aspect of the hawk. So then again, the next time I click it, it's aspect of the hawk. So it's this back and forth thing that I can use. And I have that slotted to right here. The reason I was able to put it here to replace Raptor Strike, and that's because I now have this macro here for Raptor Strike, which combines Raptor Strike with laying down a trap also. So I was able to because it combined two abilities, I freed up a slot. So now my Raptor Strike / watch this. This is Shift A. We're not going to Raptor Strike anybody because there's nobody there to Raptor Strike, right? But we will lay a trap. So you can use it for both functions. It's just that now it's bringing you an additional function that when you're up in melee range, you're going to Raptor Strike and you're going to lay that trap. And that's going to help you kite, right? So useful, very useful. Here's my Hunter's Mark macro that I have set up right here. It casts Hunter's Mark. It starts the pet attack, sends the pet into charge, and it starts my attack also. Now, I kind of waffled as to whether or not I wanted to do that, but my pet is grabbing aggro well enough that I think I can. We have a misdirect macro sitting here. I don't have that ability yet. Sorry about that. I had to mute Mike for a second. I don't have this ability yet, but I thought the macro was valuable enough to go ahead and get it pre-ready. So I don't know if this works yet. I haven't been able to test it. But it will cast misdirection within these three kinds of conditions. So I thought that was pretty good. And then the last one here is really nice. This is a kind of do everything when it comes to health for your pet. If your pet needs to be healed, it'll cast Mend Pet. If your pet is dead, it'll cast Revive Pet. And if you don't have a pet out, it will call your pet. So that allowed me to really simplify this bar right here. I had a whole bunch of those kinds of spells were all right here, and I've been able to remove them. So those are the macros I'm using. Finally, waiting for that. There it goes. If you look over at my quests here, we have a quest in Dunmarog, Learn to Ride in Dunmarog. So that's the riding quest. I need at least 4 gold for that. Where are we at? I'm at about 3 gold. So we still have more money. Then we have a list. And this is a little bit hard to see. We have a list of Red Ridge Mountain quests here, but these are hard, man. Particularly these red ones, but even these yellow ones, I found this was what we did at the tail end of last episode, and I died a lot. So then I have these Dead Mines quests, and I have a Stockade. Both of these are dungeons. We're probably, in all honesty, not going to do them. We're probably not going to do them. Just because I tend to level out in the world, not in dungeons. So that's what I'm comfortable with. But what that means is that because Red Ridge is a little bit beyond me and I'd like to gain a few more levels, the next place we're going to go is Duskwood. Now, I have already run in there and gotten the flight pass, so we're going to take the fast route there.
Looking to get there quickly.
We're at 12 minutes in, and we're finally starting to play the game. So this just kind of is how it goes. It's sometimes you can try and be different than yourself, but at the end of the day, you're who you are. And I have a certain style. I talk a lot. I expand on thoughts. I do a lot of stream of consciousness. The upside of that is that you're always going to know what I'm thinking because I'm telegraphing it. But the downside, of course, is that things can get a little bit... Like, I could have been talking to you while I was riding the Griff. I should have done that. Right, but anyway, I'm always striving to get better, so, and feedback helps to, you know, push one towards that. But I'm also comfortable with the fact that I am who I am. I'm kind of trying to apologize for you at that, while at the same time thinking within myself, who do I have to apologize to for? Everybody's got ups and downs, and this is just sort of the nature of conversation, you know? So anyway, Duskwood is a really neat zone. I think it's a level 18 to 30 zone. Does it tell us? Elwyn Forest. Here we go. Darkshire. Can I get the zone of Duskwood to pop up? Maybe I need to back off a little bit. Like this. Yeah, there we go. That's easier. Okay, so mousing over Duskwood, it tells me that it's a level 18 to 30 zone. So that's good for us. We're level 22, I think. Level 23. So these initial quests, they're going to give us good experience, but at the same time, we should be able to absolutely mow right through it. So we're going to pick all these things up.
My gnomish friend Cog has promised to help me build a device which will let me peer towards the stars. A truth exists, beyond magic, that can explain the strange transformation in the forest. Bring to me a bronze tube made by a skilled engineer. That is the first step according to Cog's blueprint.
Okay. So, I am streaming pretty early in the day for me. I don't normally stream till afternoon, so there's a real good chance I may stream multiple times today.
You need something? Last night, a horrible disturbance rippled through my veins. I sensed that my granddaughter, Alyssa, was in great danger. I consulted the cards, and death stared up at me from the table. After taking a long journey through a dark trance, I was able to uncover a clue to this terrifying mystery. A name came to me, the name of Stalvin. Seek out the clerk in the town hall and see if you can find out more about this character. I fear for us all.
That's right. This is a creepy quest, man. I don't remember all the details, but I remember that dude's name, and you can see just from the setup here as she was talking to us.
As the mystical taint creeps through the forest, the need for self-protection is undeniable, adventurer. The winds whisper to me and they speak of a great danger which waits patiently for you in the near future. If you wish to protect yourself, noble adventurer, bring to me 10 ghoul fangs, 10 skeleton fingers, and 5 vials of spider venom. For you, I shall enchant a totem of infliction which will harm those who attempt violent acts against you. Light bless you.
Okay. So we're just going to try and grab every single quest that's available. It's a lot. We're very likely actually to go through a number of levels here with all these quests.
As commander of the Night Watch, it is my sworn duty to protect the citizens of Darkshire. Stormwind has retracted their commissioned guards from their posts here, leaving us to our own devices. If you feel worthy of the task, we need your help. Assist the Night Watch by venturing forth into Tranquil Gardens, just south of Darkshire, and slaying 8 skeletal warriors and 6 skeletal mages. The undead threat must be thwarted.
Hey Armstrong, welcome aboard, man. I'm a little bit early for my time, or my tendencies. But glad to see you. I was just saying that I may stream multiple times today, or maybe we'll just have a really long session. I don't know. Depends on what I'm in the mood for. It's all live for me. I don't know. I can't predict.
So Madame Eva sent you. Stalvin, eh? Let me check the town registry. Stalvin. Let's see. Here we go. I have a record of a Mr. Stalvin Mistmantle. The last recorded address is the Moonbrook Schoolhouse. My, talk about outdated. Do me a favor, will you, friend? If you happen to go out to Moonbrook, let me know if you get any update on this fellow. I like to keep the records clean.
Okay. What are we going to receive? Experience.
See you later.
All right, next appears to be this room. Yep, here's the councilman.
As if the neglect for the residents of Duskwood was not bad enough now, the House of Nobles spits in the eye of the Darkshire Council with their decision to imprison Dextrin Ward in Stormwind, rather than behead the villain as per Lord Ebenlock's sentence. Ward was caught selling bodies from the cemetery to Morbid Fell, a crime punishable by death, yet Stormwind claims Ward as their prisoner. Assassinate Ward in the Stormwind Stockade, bring me his hand, and I shall reward you.
Okay, so it sounds like another quest for the stockades, which, I mean, let's see, I've done the stockades. Yes, I have. I was about to say I've never done them, but I have done them. But again, I don't really tend to level in dungeons. I level in the world because I kind of enjoy that single player experience, you know. If I was leveling, let's say, maybe if I was doing a prot warrior, then I would do dungeons. But even if I'm leveling a priest, I tend to go shadow and level out in the world with the quests. So those are neat quests that we have for the dead mines and for the stockades. I'm just kind of saying I doubt that we do them. It doesn't really go with my methodology. Like if I see somebody advertising for them over here and looking for a group, then I'd probably seize the opportunity, but I don't see myself going to the initiative of trying to get a group together.
Darkness seems drawn inexorably to Duskwood. Master Caraven's quest is the expulsion of evil and heresy. Through our efforts are the people of Darkshire kept safe. You believe yourself worthy to join us? I once thought as you. Disillusioned by the complacency of the Watch, I joined Master Caravan. If you wish to prove yourself, it will not be through words. Test your skills against the Nightbane Shadow Weaver Worgen in Brightwood Grove. Bright, ha, and the Rotting Orchard.
Okay.
Be careful.
Well met.
Oh, three quests.
Something's amiss at Raven Hill, adventurer. Caller swears that someone or something is haunting the buildings there. 2 nights running, he's noticed the shadows moving. And the third before that, he says he saw light in one of the windows. If, as you say, you care about the safety of Duskwood, find out what monster haunts in Raven Hill. Safe travels.
Okay.
There was an old man who used to come into town to buy supplies rather frequently, but I haven't seen him for quite some time now. He lives out in a shack overlooking Raven Hill Cemetery, if I remember correctly. Perhaps you should go see if something is amiss. Farewell. Do you know Sven? Now there is a man who does the work of the light. He and his followers keep a camp at the northwestern edge of Duskwood. Unfortunately, because they are so few, they cannot even spare a man to fetch supplies from town. Will you deliver these supplies to him? Light bless you.
I like her voice. The AI voice generator they found for that one, there's like a richness to her voice, and the cadence is more natural than some of the others that we've heard. But like I said before, I think in episode 2, whenever I downloaded this add-on, this AI technology with voices and stuff is only going to get better from here. And just as a word of caution, along with that is going to come scams. So I heard a talk show that suggested you get a family password together so that if you receive a call from your daughter or son or a loved one that's kind of one of those crisis calls like send money now, those kinds of things, you can challenge it and say, okay, that's fine, absolutely, what's the password? Because the AI is getting that good. And I guess there are reports of people calling and being like, Dad, I got into a spot of trouble and I need money to bail myself out. Can you send money right away? I don't feel safe here. I'm stuck. And I don't feel safe, right? It's that kind of stuff.
Wolf kebabs are a house favorite. Sure, I can make you some, but first I'll need the supplies. Bring me 10 lean wolf flanks as well as some Stormwind seasoning herbs. There are so many wolves here in the forest, I am sure finding the flanks will be no problem. For the herbs, seek out Felicia Gump in her Canal District flower shop in Stormwind.
Oh man, we gotta go to Stormwind for that.
Honor, friend.
All right. Okay, well that's all of the quests. And you can see how many of them are green, right? And so we should see a very high XP per hour here pretty soon. The last thing I wanted to do was simply double check and make sure I don't have this aspect of the dragon hawk anywhere. Serpent sting, arcane shot, raptor, aspect of the hawk. So it's going to be in this category. That's where both of the aspects are, or all three. And I do not have it. Okay, so I don't know when that comes. All right, let's open up our map. We're right here in Darkshire. Here's our first quest, the Totem of Infliction, Ghoul Fangs, Vial of Spider Venom, and Skeleton Finger. Ravenhill deliveries. The Totem of okay, that's for level 25. So actually, I want to knock out Ravenhill first. Where is that at? I want to do these because the more that we level, the less XP these things will be worth. Where is Ravenhill? I think it's all the way down here. Yeah, here it is. Okay, here's our question mark. Okay, we got a ways to go. We want to go south. We want to activate aspect of the cheetah. Oh, how do my bags look? Supplies for Sven. Okay. We have 800 shot. I think we're good to go here. We should be closing in now. Or are we just halfway? I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right. This is a pretty long, I gotta remember that. This is a long run. We're fortunate to be a hunter with aspect of the cheetah. I suspect that by the time we knock all these quests out, we'll have enough money to go get a mount. Which was available to me at level 20, but I haven't had the cash. Oh, by the way, I leveled up cooking and first aid. Oh, I think we might draw aggro here. So, now I have heavy linen bandages. Oh, look, another quest. And I am now using coyote steak.
Hail, adventurer. Perhaps you've seen those spiders that have taken over the western border? The eight-legged menaces are too much for us to handle. The commander hasn't enough manpower to spare so far from Darkshire. I hate to ask this of you, but you seem like you might be able to handle them. I can't promise you anything of great value, but I can reward you if you can help root out the filthy bugs. Oh, and a word of advice, you'll want to avoid their venom if you can. For the Alliance.
Okay. So we will accept that quest from Watcher Dodds. And I am going the right way. Okay. Uh-oh. Where's my aspect? There we go. Get Hawk going. The bear's health is doing fairly good. Whoops, that was incorrect. I want to throw heals. There we go. Okay, back over to Cheetah. Okay, we're still on course. That's something I have to do with myself because I'm one of those people that can kind of easily get spun around if I start doing this number. And I'll be headed that way thinking that I'm going this way, right? So I have to always check my map. It's weird because real world, whenever I get out there, like if I get lost, I generally have a good instinct on which direction to go.
No, please don't kill me. It's just me. Jitters, they're everywhere. I can't escape them. Monsters in Ravenhill, and oh, couldn't be. Only harmless jitters.
This guy's in a bad way.
I've been stuck hiding in this ghost town for weeks, and I haven't eaten anything but grubs and weeds. I need some decent food, and I'm willing to trade well for it. Bring me a feast, and I'll pay you handsomely. I heard Chef Gruel at the Scarlet Raven Tavern in Darkshire makes very good dusky crab cakes. Have a good one.
All right, so next it is Jitter's Growling Gut. Speak with Chef Gruel. We'll do that in a little while. Next on the list then is the Pygmy Venom Spiders. Okay. Let's find... So we're right here. Vial of... Okay, that's Totem of Infliction. Totem of Infliction. Okay, Pygmy Venom Spiders are out this way. And then that starts to meld into Totem of Infliction. So we want to go straight ahead. West. Well, let's go ahead and move to Aspect of the Hawk and probably want to track beasts. We are tracking beasts. Okay, Venom web spiders are not pygmy spiders. We're looking specifically for the pygmies. Starving dire wolf. Well, I am not seeing them. So we'll probably start plinking at these other spiders because they have loot that we need. Alright, XP per hour right now is at about 4,000. Green recluse. That sounds awful. Oh, he webbed my dude. Here. I think those said leather boots. Yeah. They are way better than what we're wearing. That's a serious upgrade, man. Okay, so far so good. We're doing real good on getting those vials. I'm gonna move this way because we got that wolf coming in. Uh-oh. Oh man, one of us crit. I don't know if it was me or the bear, but that health fell off in a hurry. Okay, we're at 5 of 5 on the spider venom. Now, I'm still not seeing pygmies. Rabid direwolf, we need to kill him. Venom. Starving direwolf. This is one of the dwarven secret abilities, being able to shoot through hills. Let's see if we can skin this. Nope, he's too high level, so I gotta level my skinning up. That'll have to be probably something I do off screen. It has to happen outside of this zone, it looks like. These guys are too high level. So that's unfortunate. That's like the opposite of efficient. We're not able to skin the things that we're currently killing. I want to know where these doggone pygmies are. Who's this? A wolf. We have another hunter. Roarin. I just saw a wolf. Was it his wolf? It might have been. Any pygmy spiders? Green recluse, venom web spider. Okay. Okay, let's just post up right here for a minute. Reference our map. So where else? I'm looking for little pink swords. Okay, looks like they're all through here. They're up in here majorly. Let's start working our way that way. We'll hit this question mark, and work into these areas here. The Twilight Grove, I don't recall this. This looks like a night elf sanctuary in the middle of Duskwood. I need to check that out and see if I recall that being there. In like true vanilla WoW. Green recluse. Bunch of venom spiders. I think the pygmies look like black widows, I believe. It's the one that attacked us. I think one attacked us on the road here.
What can I do for you? These supplies will be most useful. The aid of the Karevan family is always appreciated. Here is a little something for your trouble. I used to work one of the farms to the southeast, until dark riders from Deadwind Pass descended upon my farm and slaughtered my family when I was away.
Oh no.
When I returned, I saw a shadowy figure skulking near my barn, burying something. He fled before I could catch him, and I couldn't linger for I was hot on the heels of the dark riders, so I never discovered what was hidden. If you can find what that shadowy figure buried, I would be grateful. The hiding spot is behind the old stump near my barn.
Yeah, this whole zone is filled with creepy quests. It's a really good place to be if it's Halloween time. Like, it matches up with the season. It's a little weird being here during Christmas.
Sven and I have dangerous days ahead of us, what with the necromancer to the east and all, and out here alone as we are, we have to hunt for our own food. It seems every time I'm heading back to camp with some meat on me, starving or rabid dire wolves come out of the forest wanting a bite. It goes without saying, living out here is dangerous work. But if you can rid us of some of those wolves, we'd have an easier time of it. They mostly prowl north and east of here, near the river.
See you around.
Okay. So that's up here near the easier ones also. So we'll be doing that on our way east. I think that other hunter is killing all these wolves. Yeah. Yeah, he took them all out. Oh, there he is. No, that's a different person. He's targeting wolves also, it seems. So, wolves have been depopulated in this area. We could have gotten a lot of leather here, but I can't skin it. There's a pygmy. Here's the hunter. Well, okay, we're competing. Time to get mean. Alright, so we soaked them all up there. Throw a heal. How are we looking? 1 of 12 and 2 of 8. And notice how those guys went another direction. Oh, here comes one behind me. When you show that you're capable of doing multi-pools, people tend to go another way. Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. They went a different vector. Both of them. Now, I'm not here rejoicing that, haha, take that, sucker. But as a measurement of what my character is able to do, that's a good feeling. I want to switch to aspect of the Viper now. And we're going to start... We're doing 40% less damage. But we're building mana back. Okay, I want to go up here to this quest turn-in right here. We are at about 14,000 XP per hour right now.
Elaine Caravan? Oh, yes, of course, the caravans. No, nothing's wrong, but it is hard for me to go into town now. The roads are dangerous, and I'm not getting any younger. Maybe you can do an old man some favors?
See you later.
Oh, what is a poor old man to do? I need some supplies from Darkshire, but the village is so far away, and I am so old and feeble, I would never make the trip. Can you go to Darkshire and bring me back some ghost hair thread? You can get it from Madame Ava at her home on the Darkshire Square.
Looking good so far. I want to find out kind of what's my limit here. Man, that's a lot of guys that we took out. I lost count. I think it was 5. I think it was 4 wolves and the spider. Looks like it was 3 wolves and the spider. Are we done? 8 of 12, 6 of 8. So I've got Aspect of the Viper up now, so I'm making mana back. Let's read that. Regenerate a percentage of your base mana, but your total damage done is reduced by 50%. In addition, you gain 4% of max mana every 3 seconds. Okay. So it's not a per shot thing, it's an over time. I don't have to even be engaging anything. There we go. Still learning the hotkey there. Okay, how are we looking now? 9 of 12 starving dire wolves. Rabid. Starving. Actually, both were starving. Man, things are starting to look good with this bear. Jitters, pygmy venom. Is this the one that needed? No. Where's my wolf quest? 11 of 12. That's a rabid. I need a starving. Rabid, starving. There we go. Okay. I still need 2 more lean wolf flanks, though. So we still need to kill wolves. Oh, I hit him right away. Things are starting to feel good with this hunter. The break points, I don't know if that's the word I want to use. The points that most characters really like, you feel like you've moved into a new point, a new level of power. They seem to be multiples of 20, so it's 20, 40, 60. Then after that, it seems to go level 70, level 80, and I don't think I've ever seen anything past level 70, actually. I believe that's what Wrath of the Lich King brought, and that's where I quit. But here we are at 23. I have a pretty good sized toolkit at this point in time. And especially after getting the bear, my guy just feels like he can do a lot more than when we were around level 10, level 15, you know? And I'm expecting that we're going to feel a similar jump when we hit level 40. Yeah, Armstrong Hunter is... It's the most... I think, it's my personal view, but I think it's shared by a lot of people. I think it's commonly, this is what the belief is. Hunter, particularly Beast Mastery Hunter, is the fastest leveling character in the entire game. Now, there can be some differences, because if you want to level a priest or a warrior and you do the dungeon crawling, you could go... It's so easy to find groups, and you're just hitting dungeons, bam, 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 right after you. If you have a good population on your server, you're hitting them almost as soon as you enter queue, and that's really good XP per hour. I've never done it that way, but that's what I've heard. And so there are exceptions to the rule, but when it comes to leveling in the world, in general, people say there's not anything that really, like, Beast Mastery Hunter and just Hunter in general, but especially Beast Mastery, is head and shoulders above everything else. And you'll see, like, we're already starting to be able to do it, but especially as we creep towards level 40, you can have your pet just round up almost every mob out there, and then you can start throwing some AoE spells. Man, it's a good time. You feel powerful. You get into a rhythm. It's a relaxing time. The pet's doing most of the work. You know, you're usually not threatened at all. It's rare that you have to go and kite or anything like that. We need to get back to where pygmies are at. Oh, let's just keep going because they're listed as being over here also. So, it is a good time. A lot of the other characters, they are fun. Hunter is like, here's what you do Hunter for. This is very subjective. It's my opinion. But if you want to get into a game and just kind of disappear into it, but be able to play kind of almost on cruise control where you're not having to micromanage a whole lot of stuff. It's not real stressful. It's just more enjoyable, and you can kind of, it's easy for you to look around and kind of take in the world, you know. Hunter's a really good spec to play for that. There's another pygmy. That is 3 of 15. And another pygmy. That wolf must be scared of my bear. That was really close proximity and he didn't attack. I definitely don't remember that being the case in classic WoW. I've noticed that you can get really close to these animals, and if you're a certain amount of levels beyond them, they don't seem to aggro, which was true in WoW. It's just that the distances seem to be a lot closer, and it happens a lot. There doesn't have to be as much of a gap in level between you and the animal as I recall it being. But Armstrong says that's exactly how I like to play games. I like the immersion without having to sweat lord the game. Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, look, I'm going to mute Mike for a minute. I just got a phone call that I need to return. This should not take me very long, but I'll be right back. All right, guys. Well, all apologies, but I have to drop stream. Somebody needs me to go pick them up. I will be back probably like in a half hour, you know, but for right now, I do have to get out of here. So I'm going to go ahead and Hearthstone. That's going to take me to where? Lakeshore. And then we'll just fly back into the zone. We're at 15,000 XP per hour, and we've not even handed quests in yet. That's just from killing mobs. So this is one of the reasons why Hunter's so good. You could really drive that XP per hour up high. 15 is not even impressive. You guys will see what I'm talking about once I start learning how to play this character well. All right, guys. Again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thanks for coming by the channel. I will be back here momentarily. I don't know, anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. And see you guys in a little bit.